All creations strive for their sustenance. Human beings in particular are very creative about how they earn their sustenance. Umar radiallahu anhu says that there is a veil, a barrier between you and your rizq. He said, وَاعْلَمُوا أَنَّ بَيْنَكُمْ وَبَيْنَ رِزْقِكُمْ حِجَابٌ. There is this barrier and a veil. And how you treat this barrier will result in what comes after in terms of your rizq. So he says that فَإِن صَبَرَ, if a person is patient, and in some narrations, قَنَعَ, if he is content with what he has, while making a moderate effort to acquire the rizq, أَتَاهُ رِزْقُهُ, rizq continues to come. There will be a steady flow of rizq. Of course, sometimes it will be more, sometimes it will be less, but it will be continuous. وَإِنِ اقْتَحَمَ هَتَكَ الْحِجَابِ وَلَمْ يُدْرِكْ فَوْقَ رِزْقِهِ. If this person plunges forward without diligence, without patience, without moderation, a person is going to excesses, breaking all kinds of ethics and morals, as an example. A person is hurting themselves in the process. A person is breaking the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the process. A person is so discontent that they cannot be happy even with what little they have. So they keep pressing forward, charging forward without any inhibitions and without any restraints. Then Umar radiallahu anhu says that this person is going to tear that veil. They're going to break that barrier. In other words, they will lose their morality, they will lose their akhlaq, they might have to give up their taqwa, they will have to sacrifice their relationship and bond with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They will pierce through all of those things. But as an outcome, they will still not be able to get more than the rizq Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has destined for them. So the advice is that keep working for your rizq, but don't tear that veil. Don't break that barrier. Stay within the limits of moderation and keep working. Umar radiallahu anhu never advised people to stop working for an earning. In fact, in one saying, he says, لا يقعد أحدكم في بيته يقول اللهم ارزقني. You shouldn't sit in your house away from all activities, away from all efforts to earn, and then just make dua, oh Allah, give me rizq, provide for me, provide for me. فَقَدْ عَلِمْتُمْ أَنَّ السَّمَاءَ لَا تُمْطِرُ ذَهَبًا وَلَا فِضَّةً. He said, you know that the sky does not shower down gold and silver. You have to go and work for it. So while the encouragement of working for our sustenance, our provisions, to look after our needs, to look after those who are dependent on us, while the encouragement is there, there is also a sense of moderation that we do need to keep in mind, that we will do all of this within a certain framework. That framework begins with the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the teachings of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and observing the morals, the conduct, high akhlaq, a high sense of mannerism and behavior. When we maintain all of that, it might not look like we're seizing every single opportunity, but the fact is that as long as we allow that veil or that barrier to remain, our rizq will actually come to us, and whatever we are getting, there will be khair and barakah in it. The moment we break those morals, and the moment we start stepping beyond those boundaries, then we destroy our bond with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if this involves some sort of a sin, well, one hadith says, إِنَّ الرَّجُلَ لَا يُحْلَمُ الرِّزْقَ بِالذَّنْبِ يُصِيبُ. Sometimes a person commits a sin, and as a consequence of that sin, they're actually deprived of rizq that was coming their way.